got for me, Joe?
2 main centres of fire, front and back entrances, sniffing over the ground now.
Accelerants in attendance?
If there are, the gas tech will pick it up.
Hydrocarbons?
Very good.
Arson, then.
Well, I wouldn't think it's spontaneous combustion, would you?
You had a rough night?
Rough watch. This is our 3rd suspicious since Saturday. Not on your patch.
Same MO?
Hard to say.
But on holiday, aren't they, the owners?
Mr. and Mrs. Brooks. Here. They were. Coming back now. Yes, John?
Positive test. Definite evidence of accelerant being used.
Kids?
Front and back? I doubt it.
No, whoever did this didn't intend anyone getting out.
Just after 7 this morning, he walked away from a work party out of Tagford Prison.
Raymond Kimball.
Allied and West, 88.
That's right, security van.
Well, it appears his ex-wife is still living on the ground.
First place we'd look.
Yeah, well, this is for her benefit. I gather there was no love lost. Just warn her. Let her know that he is at large. Notify us if he tries to make contact. The address is on the card there, Ted.
Right.
All right. Now, those of you who were bothered to read last night's crime sheets will be aware that there was a call out to a suspicious fire, Bedlow Road. I've just got back from having a look, and it's arson. Alistair's still down there sounding out the neighbours. Now, at this stage, we've got less than nothing to go on. We've got no motive, no suspect, no nothing. But I want the incident room operational by 2:30 at the latest.
Incident room? What's it that big?
I don't think this is his first. Joe Wilson mentioned 2 other fires, Barton Street, Stafford Row, Saturday and Sunday. Our one last night makes 3 in a row. Now, I'm not ruling out the possibility there's more than one arsonist in the area. Let's just say it's unlikely.
3 fires in 3 days.
That's right, and there's nothing to say there won't be a 4th. I want to stop this lunatic before somebody really gets hurt, and that's our jumping-off point. Viv, Barton Street. Check with the IO, D.I. Hilbury. Have a look at the crime sheets, duty states, talk to the collator, anything else you think might be useful.
Prison.
Tosh?
Gov?
Same number at Stafford Row.
Right.
If anybody gets stroppy, you refer him to me. Jim, I want a list of all the known arsonists, nutters and non-political nutters on the ground.
Sir.
Let's get the ball rolling. Time's on his side, not ours. So let's get cracking.
Can I help you?
Ah, yes, police.
Oh, she's gone away?
Away.
On holiday?
You don't know when she'll be back, do you?
I only went this morning.
She didn't leave a forwarding address with anybody, did she? It's very important that I get in touch with her.
Well, could try her mum's.
Where's that?
Somewhere over by the Cedars. Mrs. Ronald, her name is.
Thank you very much. Sarah Oscar from Sergeant Roach.
Warner, Kenneth J.
Burning motors on the common, doubt it.
Yeah, come on, Donald. It's entrances and exits our boy's going for.
Dennis Stannard.
Wrong MO entirely. Stannard always went for warehouses.
Not always.
In the main, though.
OK. Look, it might be worth giving him a spin.
Wasting your time there, Jim.
Excuse me, who's LIO round here?
You are?
Yeah, we'll keep this out then.
All right. Look, he's on my list. Stannard.
There's been no loss of life. I wouldn't have thought this matter merited Ameb's attention.
No, neither did they.
I mean, the fires might be related, they might not. You made no link so far.
No, and we're not likely to with everybody running around like a headless chicken. With each station conducting its own inquiry, mark my words, something's going to get overlooked.
Yes, I take your point. All right. I'll get on to area. Try and persuade them to put it under Sunhill's umbrella. Sell it as better value for money for the customer.
Mrs. Kimball?
Meals on Wheels?
No. Detective Sergeant Roach, Sunhill CID. It's about Raymond.
Oh, it's nothing to do with me. Sorry.
No, it's important, Mrs. Kimball.
I told you. Whatever it is, I can't help you with it.
Just a couple of minutes, please.
All right, but keep your voice down. I've just got her settled.
Who's that?
Thanks a lot.
Is it Ray?
Stupid cow.
Ray?
No, Mum, it's Fiona. Ray's gone away, remember? Shut up, watch the telly.
Away? Where's he gone?
Who wants to get old, eh?
Listen, Ray escaped from prison this morning.
Well, he won't come here. He knows I'd turn him in.
It's,
Oh, it never ends, does it? You try to put it behind you. The mess that man's made of my life.
Well, I'm sorry, but we had to let you know, just in case.
In case what?
Well, in case he tried to contact you.
Well, he won't come back to London. Not if he knows what's good for him.
When did you last hear from him?
The divorce. You married?
Not at the moment.
Oh, you should be.
Well, thanks anyway, but you don't know where I've been. I see you're all packed. You going away?
Yeah, me and Mum, Spain. Looks like I timed it just right.
Doesn't it?
2 sightings of a blue Bedford van in Bedlow Road about 10:30 last night, parked outside the Brooks. Nobody I spoke to had visitors about that time of night, and no one in the street owns that sort of motor.
I see a driver.
Yeah, a guy out walking his dog opposite the side said there was somebody in it, but I mean, he wasn't really paying it that sort of attention.
What about the other?
From an upstairs window.
Could have been somebody from the next street looking for a parking place.
Could be.
What do you think?
I think it's a nightmare.
I'd have thought he'd want you in on the arson job.
Well, he's letting me and Dashwood run with this one.
What, on the strength of 2 bottles of milk in the sun?
Well, I normally cancel him when I go away. Don't you?
Lunchtime.
So the Chandler's fire started between 2:30 and 3:15, yeah?
I don't really see how it concerns you lot. Well, packets goes with the territory, don't it? You know that.
Asian shopkeepers, fair game now. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, leave it out, love. They know the score even if you don't. So supermarket gets torched now and then. They got out, didn't they? Probably done it themselves for the insurance. Or rival shop taking care of the opposition. Girls will make all the right noises till it peters out.
The right noises?
At a party. Came home to find the flat gone.
Any progress?
Not so you'd notice.
Chief Super's spoken to area. They're happy to let us handle the investigation.
We could do with some more troops, Cov.
I've already asked. There's nothing doing. Keep me posted.
Right. Re-interview the pool, see if Stafford Row missed anything. Dodgy neighbours, family feuds, anyone who might bear a grudge.
Hardly obvious targets. She's a librarian. He's a teacher.
Yeah. Somebody hates him enough to want him dead.
I stopped all that. You know I have. I'm better. I've paid my debt to society.
What do you think this is? The blue lamp? People like you don't change, Stannard, so come on, cut it out.
This is harassment.
Yeah, that's right. It's because you're black.
I haven't done nothing. You can't prove it.
Prove what?
Whatever it is. I'm straight.
Where were you last night?
Railway Tavern.
You know I'll check.
You check them, flyboy. See how far it gets you.
All right. What about Sunday?
14th of March, 88. Allied and West security van hijack. 3-man job. £418,000 haul. Raymond Kimball got 15, Terence Cater 12, third man not caught. Money was never recovered despite the usual percentage reward. Case closed.
Thanks, Donna.
Cater and Kimball questioned about the third man.
Wouldn't give him up.
Well, presumably he got the loot. They're keeping stum, hoping for their share. Carrot and stick.
Some carrot.
What's the story on Mrs. Kimball?
I'm not sure, but I am positive she knows more than she's letting on.
Bring her in, sweat it out.
No. If he's been in touch with her for money or clothes or whatever, and I show my hand, first chance she gets, she's got to tip him the wink, warn him off.
Why's she going to do him any favours?
Because she was his wife.
Yeah, it was. When did they get divorced?
Absolute came through 89 while he was in Wandsworth.
You see, it's not been that long since... Hang on a minute. Hang on. He was in Wandsworth, right?
Yeah.
When did they move him to Tagford?
Tagford?
Yeah, Carlisle.
About 4 months ago.
Come back. That's what she said, come back. I knew there was something. He won't come back to London. You with it?
Yeah.
I'm not.
She says she's had no contact with him since the divorce, right?
Yeah.
When he was in Wandsworth.
So?
So if she thinks he's still there, how could he come back to London?
Precisely.
Right, man in the blue van. Paint me a picture.
Bit of a tall order, Gov. We've got hardly anything to go on.
I'm open to suggestions.
All right. Probably white, aged 20 to under 60. Probably single. Probably... I don't know.
Come on.
Probably a loner. Male.
Maybe we should start by interviewing Reg Hollis.
I need to speak to Cater today, this afternoon. If Kimball is making his way back to his wife, he's going to have to hitch. He'll be hours yet.
You were only supposed to be warning her that Kimball might try and make contact.
That's before I knew about the tickets to Spain.
Where's Cater being held?
Scrubs.
Okay.
Stannard. Dennis Stannard. You know him?
No, mate.
Well, supposedly he was in here last night about 9:30. He's mid-40s, shortish, bad breath, whizzy looks, greasy hair, spectacles, bloodshot eyes.
Drinks to forget, does he?
Well, we're taking the viewpoint that there's more to it than just malicious damage.
On what basis?
Well, 9 times out of 10, somebody wants to burn something, they go for non-residential. Derelict, warehouse. There's less chance of being seen.
What, you think it's personal?
Well, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, most people are asleep, and in each case, the fires were centered on the exits. It's only luck we're looking at arson and not murder.
Racially motivated?
No. A couple in the first were Indian, ours were white, and Stafford Row's a woman's black.
Or perhaps there's more than one perpetrator.
Door to door at Stafford Row, we turned up someone who remembers a blue van parked in the street the night the Poole's flat went up. Now, there's no make, but if it's the same one that was seen near ours...
So what do you think he's doing?
Watching, waiting for people to go to bed, give them a couple of hours to settle down, then he goes to work.
In that case, he's getting it wrong more often than he gets it right. 2 out of 3 times there was nobody at home.
No.
Doesn't do much for your theory, does it?
Timers. Well, it's becoming fairly common practice for people who are going out or away to put their lights on time switches. Deterrent against burglars. The CPO recommends it in his leaflet. Some people even leave their TV sets on. It gives the impression the house is occupied. Well, if our man's watching when they all go off...
Well, all at the same time?
No, he's got a point. See, there could be random timers, which means they could go off in a staggered sequence.
Just like people turning off their lights on the way to bed.
Absolutely.
This is Detective Sergeant Gregg.
I know who he is.
We're having a few difficulties in substantiating the account of your movements you gave DC Carver. Don't mind if we come in for a few minutes, do you?
Oi! What's your game?
Sergeant Gregg's going to have a look around while we have a little chat, Dennis.
Ah, Dennis, is it now?
Well, you should have chosen a better alibi than a night at the Railway Tavern.
You need a warrant if you're going to turn this place over.
Oh, don't be silly. Look, we're all grown-ups here. If I were to throw you off the balcony, the only question I'd be asked is how far you bounced, all right? So let's have no nonsense about warrants. So tell me again, where were you the last 3 nights?
I've told you.
Where were you last night?
In the tavern.
Now, the landlord of the pub doesn't remember you at all.
He ought to.
Why?
I buy enough of his stinking beer, that's why. Look, what is this?
You tell me.
You're taking liberties.
Just tell me the truth, Dennis.
I am. The landlord knows I was there.
But if he doesn't remember you, shouldn't you choose your alibis a bit more carefully?
When I go for a drink, I don't go looking for an alibi. I go for a drink, you know what I mean?
Don't think you get these an amateur photographer. This your new thing, is it? You ever considered psychiatric help?
Nothing wrong with looking at the female form.
What about the undies?
Eh?
Box of undies in his bedroom.
I bought them.
Is that why you gave us stupid alibis? So we wouldn't know you'd been out snapping?
You'd have thought I was funny. Gets a bit lonely, see.
Oh, for crying out loud. Let's have a look. Hold on a minute. This is dated the 11th. You took this on Sunday night?
Yeah. Trying a new fast film out.
What time?
1-ish. Bring back the roll to develop it after.
Where'd you take it?
Up at Peel House.
On the Whitegate.
You are a deeply unpleasant human, Dennis. We should stick him on for time wasting. You should have said in the first place.
No murderers take offence at being called thieves. It's all relative, Jim.
You don't think he took the pictures and set the fires, do you?
Stretching it a bit.
No, it's just a thought.
Look, you said yourself he was never favourite.
Yeah, but...
Look, if we're going to catch this maniac, he's going to be down to busy work. Checking, rechecking, cross-referencing. Then back to the start and do it over. There's no magic formula. Go back to your list.
Yeah, back to square one.
It's been a long drive.
Yes, I know you've had a bit of a day. I'll try not to keep you too long. Just got to sort out a few things.
Is there any chance of a cup of tea?
Of course there is. I'll send some through.
Thanks.
Sarge, if you just wait for me there. Right. Thanks a lot. Mr. and Mrs. Brooks, Bedlow Road, last victims.
Right.
B49893 Cater.
Thanks. We'll be all right. Take a seat. I'm Detective Sergeant Roach. This is Detective Constable Dashwood.
Smoke? Keep it. Very nice. I will.
We've got a wee problem, Terry. We think you might be able to help.
Yeah? And what's in it for me?
Mr. and Mrs. Average, like the Pauls. Decent folk. No apparent enemies. First time they've been involved with the police.
Any similarities?
Yeah. All white collar. Both got mortgages with the Lancaster, different branches. They don't know each other.
There's something that links them together.
Well, if you can find it, you're a better man than I am, Gungadin.
Have you seen the Chandras yet?
Next on my list. For all the good it'll do.
You see, they're the only ones he's done so far who are actually in. They might have seen something and forgotten about it.
What? For the heat of the moment?
Get on with it. What is it?
Barton Street's Nick Dennis Stannard. Wooden top pulled in for a dodgy tail light. Found 4 jerry cans on the back seat full of petrol. Nobody's charging him now.
With all 3? What grounds?
He's put his hands up to it. He's Hilbury's body, Gov. We're out the frame.
You must be out of your tiny, mate. I didn't say 4 years ago. I ain't going to start now. Besides, you've got nothing to offer anyway.
If we did.
But you ain't, have ya?
Like what?
Open prison?
So you can follow Kimball's example? Over the wall?
Come on. If Terry's willing to cooperate...
Not got the good cop, bad cop stuff. You either got to say so or you ain't. Just don't mess me about. I ain't got the time.
I would have thought that's the one thing you have got, Terry. In spades.
It's just one of those things. Put it down to experience. We had a good go. I couldn't have asked for more. In fact, Jim even had Stannard on his list.
So?
No, I'm not having a go. There was nothing we could pull him on. As it is, and I know it's gutter, it's Barton Street's body. We struck out, they got lucky, whatever. He's been stopped, that's the most important thing. So no beating yourselves up. Let's just forget it. And if anybody fancies a drink, I'm buying.
You're on. Jim?
We're talking in circles, Terry, aren't we?
I'm not going anywhere. You talking to Fiona?
Oh, yeah. She's off on holiday, taking a month to Spain. What's the matter, Terry?
Nothing.
So?
Except, Fiona's mum. She's got MS. She ain't walked nowhere in 5 years.
Back already? No home to go to.
Listen, do me a favour, would you? Pull a file on Peter Allen Graham. Mrs. Brooks, can I speak to her, please? It's DS Gregg, Sandhill CID.
What's it about?
The file, please, Matt. I'll tell you when you've got it. Mrs. Brooks? Yeah, DS Gregg, Sandhill. Listen, have you ever at any time served as a jury member?
I'll get a car around there to check it out.
I wouldn't mind another little chat with Fiona Kimball myself.
Come you missed her the first time round. She doesn't come across as all that bright.
The security guard said it was a 3-man job. That's what we were looking for. 3 men. Not 2 men and 1 little lady.
Detective Chief Inspector Jack Meadows, please. Yeah, I know the bar's for the coppers, but could you find him, please? It's urgent.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, we got a blank at that Kimball woman's place, Sarge.
All right, I'll run a PNC check. Keep your eyes peeled for her motor. Index and description as follows.
Jack, what are you doing in my neck?
You slag. What? Stannard. He didn't do it, did he? Did he?
He's old.
You fitted him up. He's innocent.
He's old. He's scum.
Yeah, but the real one's still out there.
What's happening, Sarge?
Barton Street got the wrong man.
I thought Stannard had coughed.
Apparently not. Hilbury had him cold on an outstanding gross indecency. Told him if he didn't put his hands up to the 3 arsons as TIC, he'd stick him on for him anyway.
One way to boost your nick rate.
Yeah, with Stannard's previous.
Might as well be hung for a sheep.
Who sussed this out then?
Governor had it straight from the horse's mouth.
Well, what put him onto it?
Well, when I saw Mrs. Brooks this evening, I thought I knew her from somewhere. I just couldn't put my finger on it. I mean, we see a lot of the same people on the ground, out shopping or whatever.
Yeah, and?
Well, I was away off home. I tidied my desk, saw some court papers. That's what jogged my memory. This time last year, I was in the box on the Graham murder trial.
What's that got to do with the price of fish?
Well, that's where I knew Mrs. Brooks from. She was a jury member. Thought it was worth checking out. Both the Stafford Row and the Barton Street victims were on the jury too.
Now, Graham, this is the guy from Ainsworth Street that strangled his wife when he found out she was going over the side.
Yeah, he tried to plead diminished responsibility, but we had him dead in the water. His son, Dean, turned himself inside out trying to get his dad off. Nearly went on for perjury. All to no avail.
Revenge. I don't believe it. Yeah, but Graham's inside, though.
Yeah, but Dean isn't.
MP, Sierra 1, all units, in pursuit of a red Peugeot 205 GTI. Juliet 210, Papa Tango Foxtrot. Index matches that of vehicle wanted in connection with Prison East Gate B. Serve stop when challenged. Turning east into Dock Street.
South down Watcombe Street. Now set heading southbound Frost Street.
Sierra 1 to Dashwood. We're running parallel to you in Dermont Street.
Looks as if he's going to go east towards the lights on Casey Road. Repeat, Casey Road. Over. All right. You all right, love? Okay, this way. Come on. You all right?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to fail you on your emergency stop, Mr. Kimball.
There's Bedlow Road, look, he's pinned it. Telephone directory. Yep. He's cross-referenced it with the jury list.
Pass those addresses back to the station. Get somebody round to them.
Gov, it's him. He's here.
It's a blue Bedford van.
Hello, Dean.
Who the hell are you?
DCI Meadows, Sunhill C&D. Dean Graham, I'm arresting you for arson. You don't have to say anything, but anything you do say may be used in evidence. This is what happens when you play with matches.